This luxury boho apartment is in one of the most exclusive addresses in Bangkok. We're talking rooftop cocktails, city lights, and for $8,000 a month to live in complete freedom. And the crazy part is, you don't need 10 properties to live this lifestyle. One great deal can fund it all. Today I'm going to show you how this warehouse in Gosford is generating $112,000 a year in passive income, and how that fully funds this dream lifestyle in Thailand. This isn't just about real estate, it's about freedom, the kind of freedom that allows you to wake up in a new city and live life on your own terms. I'm James Hawthorne, and I break down commercial property deals and show you the kind of lifestyle that they can actually fund. So stick around because I'm going to break down the exact numbers, the different strategies behind this one commercial property deal, and how it can generate more passive income than 10 properties combined. So let's get into it. Now we're going to analyze the deal that's actually going to bring us financial freedom. So it's a West Gosford warehouse that's sold for $4.25 million with a floor area of 2,439 square meters. And as you can see from the photos, it's a pretty big warehouse. There's a bit of space on the side for parking. And if you look around in the area, there's a lot of actual other industrial warehouses. So I think this is a self-storage. I think this is also looks like a similar warehouse, and over here there's more warehouses. So that could be one negative of the investment, is that there's a lot of supply of warehouses in the area, which could lead to higher vacancy rates. But it's one tenant, and it's a huge warehouse just for one tenant. There's some solar, but you could probably add a bit more solar as a value add opportunity. And if we go through the photos as well, timber warehouse, so there's a huge floor area which is probably for trucks and things like that. They've also got a little shop as well, but here's where you can really add some value. There's a huge office space and only 3 desks that are just kind of on the window side. This could be a huge value opportunity, is where you could divide this office space into smaller office spaces and let it out to other tenants, which can increase the net income of the property and lead to the actual value of the property being worth more. And as you can see, there's a whole lot of warehouses around the area, which could support other local businesses, but it can lead to higher vacancy rates with so much supply in the area. It's a nice spot close to the water as well. So it seems like a decent opportunity. There are some value add opportunities to lower your risk by adding some solar panels and also subdividing that office space that is just completely empty. And if we go through the property details, it's leased to North Shore Timbers, so it's already tenanted, and it's a 4,200 square meter property. The floor space is 2,000, so it's utilizing half of the land, which is pretty good. And the current net income of $25,358 a month, which is about $300,000 a year. So now we know the net income and the purchase price. We're going to analyze the cash flow to see how much money we're left with after all expenses are paid. Now put all the numbers into this cash flow calculator to determine how much are we actually left with after all the interest repayments. So the purchase price of $4.25 million, I assumed a 30% deposit, and the net income over the whole year, you remember it was $25,000 a month. That leads to $304,000 a year. Now on that 70% loan, interest rate of 6.5%, interest only, you're looking at $193,000 a year of interest repayments. And because the rent's $300,000, the interest is $193,000. You're left with $110,000 a year of pure cash flow. Now there are other probably expenses depending on the actual terms of the tenancy agreement. Are you going to have to pay outgoings? Are you going to have to pay property management and land tax, all those other things? But this is just a simple summary, $110,000 a year of net cash flow. And I've also created a cash flow snapshot. So this determines different interest rates at the same LVR. What's our cash flow going to be? So if interest rates go up to 10%, you're still going to be cash flow positive of almost $7,000 a year. It's once we get to the 11% is when we start to become negatively geared, about $22,000, $23,000 a year. Now, if your interest rates go down from 6.5% to say 4%, then your cash flow positive $185,000 a year. So it can make a huge difference to your level of interest rate. Now, in terms of paying down the property, if you did want to leave off the cash flow from day one and you can reinvest that cash flow to paying down the debt, same numbers, the purchase price, deposit, net yield, we're using a 4% rental increase and extra payments of $7,000 a year, adding a little bit of a buffer. So year 1, your net cash flow is going to be $110,000 a year, almost $111,000. Now by year 5, you're going to be positively cash flowing $200,000 a year. Year 10, $366,000 a year going to be going into your bank account. And by year 12, it's going to be completely paid off the debt, and you're going to be positively cash flow $450,000 a year just from this one property. And by year 15, over $500,000 you're going to be just generating passive income from this one property, no debt, completely paid off, $500,000 a year going into your bank account no matter what. That's pretty nice. Just from a one property. You don't need 50, 100 properties to have this sort of income. You can just buy one good commercial property deal, and it's going to allow you pay off the debt, over 12 years. It pays itself off, and you're going to be positively geared almost $500,000. It's a pretty good deal. Now let's get into what sort of lifestyle can we actually live off the cash flow from this property. Now I've just bought this massive warehouse in Gosford for $4.5 million. You're cash flowing $110,000 a year. Just say your tenant's paying all the outgoings. What can you actually live? What sort of lifestyle can you live based off this cash flow? So I found this amazing apartment in Bangkok, one of the most exclusive areas, and it rents for about $8,000 a month. So $1,800 a week, and ends up being almost $96,000 a year. So you're still left with about $14,000, $15,000 in your budget based off the cash flow that you could probably pay down the debt, do whatever you want with the other $15,000, but you can spend $95,000 on this luxury apartment that we're going to go through, just through this one commercial property deal. So this is the property. It's 180,000 baht a month, which is about $8,000, and it's fully furnished. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. You can see it's pretty modern. Nice kitchen, nice lounge room, walk-in robe, huge bedroom, nice bed. You can see the bathroom and the walk-in robe. This is the building. It's right in the middle of Bangkok, this nice luxury apartment building. As you can see, it's a lot nicer than some of the surrounding buildings. It's huge. It's got a nice pool, dining areas, big foyer, huge ceilings. It's got its own bar, cinema, Pilates, gym. It's got a tailor and dry cleaner. It's got everything you need. You don't need to leave the building basically for $8,000 a month. And if we look at the map, it's right in the middle of Bangkok. Got 2, 3 train stations right nearby. You can see it's right in the middle, Bangkok. So this is one of the nicest areas in Bangkok, right in the middle of the city. It's got everything you need. You don't need to leave basically, all for 180,000 baht, which is $8,000 a month, $95,000 a year. You get this luxury apartment in Bangkok. You got a little bit left over. That's the Bangkok lifestyle, funded by just one warehouse. Next up, the villa life in Bali. Subscribe now so you don't miss the next deal that could change your life.